guys. Let's see. All right. If you are new here, my name's Christy. I am from Junk Journal Boss, where I run, hello Christine, where I run a business with my son Ezra, who's not here tonight. He's doing stuff. So tonight we are going to work on some stuff with my mid-century Ooky set. It's just a really super small set that I'm giving away for free in Patreon. So if you are one of my patrons, go over there and get it, because you're going to love it. I can drop a link for how you can join that and get this free right here in a sec. And I'm going to drop a couple more links. Since Ezra's not here, I'm just not really able to... Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, I'm not really able to give the links, so I am going to just copy and paste a few of them right now for you guys to check out. And this is for joining the oh, okay, I'm all over here. This is for joining Patreon if you want to get this mid-century Ooky set. It's free. If you join, you can even join the you can join it for free. Let me just say, all right. Excuse me for the slowness real quick. I think it might, it says blue button right here, but I think it might be a purple button. So anyways, grab that. Hey Sharon, hey Amy. Good evening everyone. If you do not yet have this, you can grab over there, it's in the feed. Go join Patreon for free, and you can get that this mid-century Ooky page. It's in the, it's goodness, it'll be in the feed once you join. So welcome in everybody. Hey Michelle, welcome. So before we do all of these things though, I guess I'll leave this here. I want to shout out my patrons, and these are the ones that are part of what I call a Patreon posse, and these are those that support me by being on a paid tier in Patreon. So I've got my Dragonflies, and that's Darla White, Michelle Caldwell, Holly Spink, let's see, Mary Reynolds, Jane Dunlap, April Harrell, Dawn Graham, and now the Butterflies, Ellen Davis, Marla Kimmel, Debbie Rask, Amy Lynn Melanson, hey Amy, and the Wildflowers are Lee Brown, Polly, Sasha, Rhonda Howe, Linda Powell, Marie Nelson, Nikki Proctor, and Susan Inack, and Janice Crane. So thank you all for being part of my Patreon. I really appreciate that. And you get a lot of really cool things from doing or being part of that. And if you are on the free, don't forget to grab this. And so that's all I want to say about that. I know I kind of went round and round with that. But today I'm going to be working on, you know, using these little guys to make just a bunch of ephemera. Because on Wednesday I ended up actually finishing this project, which is the Trick or Treat project that we just added in the shop. And so I'll just give you kind of a little look at what's in here. Got a couple of little cards. This is a pocket. these two function together as a pocket. We've got another pocket over here, and I don't give the stickers, but those are just some stickers that I had. But just showing you that you can, you know, decorate however you want. And then this one has a whole bunch of things in it. And these are some of the cards that I made out of the ephemera that was included. Also, we got this adorable trick-or-treat kid. I love him or her or them. You're welcome, Jennifer. And then I've got a couple of little tickets in here for a spooky hayride, a haunted house, and a scary corn maze. So if you like this project, you can grab it in the Etsy shop. And let's see, my links. Oh, here, there. You can grab it in the Etsy shop. And also, I'm also going to be sharing or using a few products from the Etsy shop. And that is, they're the Hallowkitties backgrounds and Hallowkitties striped backgrounds. So if you want to, you can grab those too. It's just Ezra's not here to post links, so I am doing that. And I think, let's see, here we go. I think I've got it all that I just talked about. Okay, so go grab this, go grab this. For this, you'll want to watch my Wednesday live stream for the instructions. And for this, you'll want to be here hanging out with me. So all I'm really going to do, there's not really a specific project that I'm doing with this, because since I've completed the trick-or-treat page, I had all this time, so I'm just going to make ephemera of all kinds with these little guys, something to put, so it's going to kind of be like a mega make, but if you want to follow along, you totally can. Just ask me for measurements if you want them. And I'm going to go ahead and just get started. You know, I'll be checking the chat, but mostly I'm just going to be I'm just mostly going to be working on this, and I'm happy to answer questions, so I'll keep it open so that I can check and see what you guys are saying, or if you're asking any questions or anything like that. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. There we go. I think I'm set. Okay, so I was already making a couple of things, and I already made this. This is one of my favorite kinds of pockets to make, and I made this in a Mega Make Monday. And then I also love to use book pages. And so I'm going to be doing a few of these kinds of things, but maybe various other things like cards. Let's see. I think I will make, I usually do this out of scraps, and I am going to make a journal card with these little guys. And this, I believe this one is in one of the Hallowkitties background sets that I posted the link to right there. I mean, you guys don't have to buy anything, you know, to be part of the streams, but we do appreciate it. We're a very small business, and we can always use your support. But if you don't want to do that, just like and subscribe so that YouTube will show other people who might be interested our videos. So right now I'm just going to make a journal card, and I actually there's a thing about journal cards that I don't love, and that is when I print them out, they're blank on this side. So I'm not really into that. So what I'm going to do is, what I learned this, and I don't remember who from, probably DJ, because she's the one I've been watching videos of lately. But but I'm going to make some journal cards, and I did this a whole bunch a while ago, but I don't have any that are going to match my mid-century Ooky people here. So I'm going to make another one. Oh, this would look cute, but no, I'm not doing that. And I'm just going to fold these in half. So when you have scraps of like larger pieces and stuff, and I do actually have a whole bunch of pages I want to use for this, because I've used all my scraps up on, for this size on journal cards. So I have a whole bunch of them. You can make these, you know, like 1/8 sheet of a paper size, or you can make it this size if you want to. The thing I love about this is that there's two sides, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think. I just have two sides, you know, and I can move on with creating rather than figuring out how I'm going to decorate the back side of this. So I am simply just going to do this. Fold it in half, use my, whatever this tool is, I always call it a burnishing tool. I think it probably has a different name, and I never can remember it. So whoever does, go ahead and let me know. Yes, oh yes, that's a great idea. I really want to make paper. Amy says she's going to use her scraps to make paper, and I think that's an excellent idea. I've also seen, this is kind of a project that was intriguing that I saw on a short, to take your toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, whatever you've got. I would assume you probably could do this with cardboard as well if you wanted to, if that's what you had. But, you know, soak it and, well, it's just basically make paper. Has anybody here made paper before? If not, that might be a thing you want to look into, because with all the scraps and everything that we have just from doing these projects, it's really good for the environment and good for ourselves, you know, to use these things for, use our scraps for making projects. I used to throw everything away. Well, let me back up. I used to save everything, and then, you know, I accumulated way too many things. And, you know, it's easy to hoard stuff when you think you're going to use it later, you know. But then I started throwing everything away. And then one day I was watching Belinda Bassan, and I saw her like just talking about her habit of using, like when she's painting or whatever, using her whatever it was that she was, you know, dabbing her paintbrush on later on in her projects. And I thought that was just the coolest idea. And ever since then, I've been interested in creating items with the things that I thought I was going to throw away. You know, I've been pretty trash to treasure for a long time. There's a lot of projects I've done that were, you know, reclaiming something for a different purpose. Smooger. Jennifer says it's called the smooger. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, if I can remember that, I will absolutely call it the smooger. So, anyway, that's so funny. So anyway, I can't remember what I was talking about, but I'll just start a new something to talk about, and I'm sure it will come back. Oh, trash to treasure, I remember. So, yeah, I love projects like that. I don't always make them that way, and also, you know, I also create you know, digital paper and stuff. So, you know, and that's not reclaiming anything. But all the scraps and everything that I have, you know, and using those instead of throwing it away, because it's good ink and good paper, right? It's totally worth figuring out how to use them, and the internet is amazing for that. So let me use my smooger. Oops, this needs a little more smooching. Okay, there we go. Gonna glue it down, and I'm just gonna make a whole bunch out of this, you know, Halloween color papers that I have. I printed a whole bunch out because this month I was, or a couple weeks ago, I think it was last week, I was building the Hallowkitties folio, which is super cute, by the way. And there was a lot of, I tend to just print a lot of stuff out because I don't really know what direction I'm going with everything. So, yeah, I had a whole bunch left over. So I'm just gonna ink edges. And has anybody watched the series called Chapelwaite? It's actually, I found out about it this morning. I didn't ever know about it, but I found out that it's the prequel to Salem's Lot, and so I'm watching it, and it's really good. Super worth the time. There's only one season. It got canceled, which is sad, but whatever, you know. TV shows are made so quickly anymore, and they're canceled just as quickly, it seems like. So, but at any rate, if you've ever watched Salem's Lot and you are interested in that, in figuring out or finding out what, let me do this one, finding out how that all came to be, that story, I recommend it. Highly recommend it. So some of you guys, maybe you might not know me, and you will notice that I tend to talk about what I just watched or something, talk about what I'm watching, and yeah. Oh no. Okay. So I did that. I messed that up, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and then I probably will need to use a different color than this because that doesn't look right. Maybe some more orange might be okay. So anyway, I intend this weekend to finish that series and then to watch Salem's Lot, and I think there's also a sequel to it, but I'm not sure what that is just yet. If anybody's seen it, the sequel, let me know what it's called. It might just be called Salem's Lot 2, or it might be something different. So, anyways. In September, I tend to start, you know, watching scary movies and, you know, horror shows and stuff like that. That's what I like to do for October. My daughter Allie and I used to make a list of movies that we would like to watch, like, you know, for Halloween, for Christmas, for whatever, you know, whatever the holiday is. And then we would just watch right through. And it was really fun to do. So I like doing that. Oh, I have a couple other things that I think are, that I've been working on that I'll show you how to do. And you might have the stuff, you might not, it doesn't matter. You can always just take the idea. I've always thought that making washi tape would be really fun. But, you know, it does take a specific kind of paper if you just want to print that out. But if you want to do something a little bit different, you can. Let's see, what do I want to do with this? I want this to be the front. If you want to do something a little bit different, I'll show you how to use your scraps to create washi tape. Yeah, maybe I just need like a belly band, huh? Like a little belly band. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Okay. This looks weird. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Alright, let's go ahead and do a little inking here. And, oh, you guys, there's a thing I want to do with this. Maybe not with this particular one, but alright, let's glue this guy on right here. And then, if I hadn't glued this, I would have done this with, I would have done it with eyelets, but I don't have that available. I mean, I have the eyelets available, I just don't want to rip open the envelope. So I'm just going to do like a little belly band and let that be the tuck. But let me let that dry a bit first. And let's see. So there was a couple of these, and this one is kind of creepy, you know, and I thought it would look really super cool to add like button eyes on this guy. But let's see. It might look better on a like a female type one, kind of like Coraline. Have you guys seen that? So anyway, I think I'm going to do that. But what I want to do first is I want to no, I don't think that I need to do that. At first I was going to put a little bit of white acrylic paint, but I think this will just be fine like this. It's cool. Let me go a little closer. I guess it stayed in focus. Pretty creepy, right? Alright, I need to cut this guy straight, or this girl. And some of my ink is coming off, and it does that because I print on a laser printer. Some of the ink is coming off, so I'm going to touch up the hair and things like that. Not quite sure where the black lid is here. That's alright. Oh, here it is. your printer probably won't, I mean, unless you use a laser printer, your printer probably won't, or your prints probably won't lose ink. I just don't have my inkjet printer set up just yet. That's pretty cute. That looks pretty good. Welcome, welcome. All right. That makes it look so much better. I think her hair can use some touching up. Everybody else looks pretty good. She needs a little. Alright. So this is kind of what happens. I don't know if you can see all the, like, the smudgy black stuff, but it does that with my printer. Again, yours probably won't do that, and that's not part of the design. So okay. Oh, that's black. I'm just going to kind of go with it. Put a little extra color so that it just kind of can. Okay. I might. No, I think I'm going to be making a mistake if I do this. Oh, I wish I had a skin colored pen. That would be really helpful, but anyhow, all good, no problem. So let's see. What would I like to do? What would I like to do? I might just make a little bit of sticker. I think I want to make this one into a sticker. So I'm using basic double-sided tape for this. I've never used this before, but I have used other double-sided tape, but I really like this one. I'm going to combine it though with some double-sided tape that I have already. Doesn't really matter that I've got two different double-sided tapes. And then, you know, I can always round the corners. I wonder if it will let me round the corner. Yeah, it will. And so that's an easy, quick way of making stickers if you are somebody that likes to use a Cricut or Silhouette or something. You can do those differently, but that's a real quick way. And I'm gonna just put that in my stickers, because when I go to use some things for Halloween, I can do that. Let's see if I have any decent. Let's see. I'm trying to find a teeny little sticker for her. Looks like a little bit of the Y got cut off here. There we go. Does this seem too close, you guys, or it might be? Where might I put this? That. Let me get something to move this around with, because no, that's not working. That way I can see it without my fingers getting in the way. It's kind of cute. No, I don't like that over her hair. I sort of like this right here. I think that would be okay. It's not too close. Okay, thanks, Jennifer. All right, so I use black and brown interchangeably and often together when I'm inking the edges, especially for like Halloween stuff. I just think it looks better. It looks vintage, but it also makes the black, you know, it ties it all in, is what I'm trying to say. Ties it together. But this actually makes it look like, you know, the edges are burnt or something. Not that they would burn into this shape. But that's kind of cute right there. And let's see what else I want to make. Put these guys away. And do something with these guys. I'm thinking. I'm not sure. No. I think it needs to be a whole different color. And a lot of the dresses are red, but they're kind of a red-orange, so I think I'll do this. Let me do this down here. pretty good. Alright. You know what I'm not doing? I'm not ripping paper, and I should be. Anyways, this looks pretty cool. See how inking the edges with black, you know, I don't like to usually use black, but for Halloween stuff it looks really good because it, like I said, it kind of ties together, you know, with the bright colors of Halloween, like purple and green and lime green and let me get a drink of water. Okay. It like if you're using these kinds of colors here, which I like because they're kind of like they remind me of the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland. I like to use those colors, but if it's just, you know, just an edge like this with the black picture, it kind of doesn't, it looks unfinished. So doing this looks more finished. It's not finished, but when I do mass makes of anything, I usually leave them pretty plain for a bit. This one I added something to, but I generally leave them kind of plain because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. These ones are a little different though because I know what they are going to be for Halloween, but so there's my little pocket, and this is my closure, and it's a decent closure, all good. I said I was going to do something else with this, and I can't remember what. I thought I said that. Anyways. Hi, Kaniki. Hello, buddy. I'm just slightly doing this. Ooh, this one needs a lot of touching up though with that black pen. Let me see if I can get some better light here. I think we might need a different version of light. I think that might be a little better. It's weird because fall around here, I'm guessing it is probably like this everywhere, but the light is not like that bright summer light anymore. It's like this weird yellow over here, and so my lighting has been kind of weird lately, but that's okay. So I have to like supplement with the ring light, but that gives me a little bit of control over what the light looks like. So I have this an acrylic pen here, and I want to make sure it's working before I even, these are like so, these take a little bit long to get to work, so maybe I'll just use this one. It might be way too big though. Let me see. Oh no, I can do this. So I want to give this one some, just a little bit of light in the eyes. Did I make it look too human? Excuse me. So in the set, I added in some that were inclined to use, you know, characters that have like a knife in their hand or whatever, you know, but I did add a lot of other ones that don't have anything like that. So everybody's, you know, everybody's allowed to have an opinion in a way to do their own project. Let's see. Have we got anything that I can use, or will it just make it too busy? Yeah, too busy, I think. Oh, hey, maybe this would work. This is like my last piece of this old faded ribbon. Ooh, I almost feel like this is so cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think she needs that big gigantic bow. This one has a lot of extraneous hairs coming off of it, or threads, I guess is probably a more accurate way to say that. But I'm going to give this little girl the cutest bow in the world. Okay, I think it needs a little bit higher, and it needs a clip for a little bit. Oh. Anyway, that's what she looks like. Just pretend the clip is not there. So cute, so cute. Alright, I think I'm going to make some cards. So if you don't want to waste both sides, you know, if you feel like you're wasting by folding this over, you might benefit from double-sided printing if you have that capability. I do on my laser printer, and that's largely why I print on that, but it's not perfect, you know. But if you don't want to do it, ouch. Ooh, sticker on my foot. If you don't want to do that, it is, you can use these as pockets. You can use them just as, you know, flip up. But again, I don't really like plain white on the inside, and I really don't love the way that inking looks, you know, all over at the inside of something. So I tend to want to add paper on the inside, and if you've got anything like that, you know, this might be kind of okay. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little bit skinny on the lines, but I'll show you what I mean. And I'm not sure where that is. It might be in the Patreon, where I gave you guys some actual lined papers that you could print out and use on the back of your journal cards. Probably in the Goodie Alert files. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, let's go with this. And then like this. And then glue that right in. So that way you feel like you're, you know, getting more for your prints and your money. So here we go. I think I might have glued or made this a little bit too tall for that to close properly. And let's see, how would I like to do this? Keep doing the same thing, and it feels like there's probably something different that I can do. But you never know. Sorry if you're hearing the dog. I've got Kinnicky in here, and Bella is also sleeping, so when Ezra's not home, I'm Kinnicky's person, and I'm always Bella's person. So this is sort of cute, but it's very plain for me. Let's see. Oh yeah, I could just do some words. And there are some words in here that I think I would like to use. Crow's eye jelly, not for vegans. That's funny. Let's see. I kind of want to position this a little bit different. I don't know. Does anybody else have trouble using just die cuts like this? I'm so not used to using them that I have to think a lot with that. Right. Yeah. It's okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this because it's easier, and then I'm going to pull out some stuff to make washi tape out of some scraps and some of these little signs. And so it's a really fun project. I think I know what I'm going to do with this. Let's glue this guy down. And this one, That's probably too many. You don't really need to use that many when you've got a good piece of cardstock behind it, but I did it anyway. Uh-oh. That's unexpected. I think I will. Oh man. So once I added the black, it made it too big. So let me see. Just cut around it a little bit. Fix it. So it's just a little smaller. Oh, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. No, I don't like that at all. That does not work. How about down here? Well, that was a bummer. It really needs to be smaller. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that off and use it for something else. And maybe I'm going to let this one sit over there for a minute. And then I'm going to make this one. And give this a background. And this will just be another sticker, but it'll be like a raised sticker. And it's kind of handy to have those, have raised stickers available, because sometimes you just don't have the time or the desire to pull out a whole bunch of different stuff. And this, it's just done. Okay, I really, really like the way this looks. I actually like that so much better than if I had used it on the orange card. Alright, so I'm going to put some of this stuff away. And in doing so, I'm going to show you how I save all my mass make stuff. And so I have all these little boxes, and it just so happens that I have a couple of drawers that are actually perfect for stacking two of these on top of each other. So basically I just write what it is. This is my regular stickers, this one is my letters and numbers, and I have a whole bunch of others that are done that way. This one here is my words, my themed words. I don't know why these guys are in here, but I think I was thinking this was a Halloween box, but it's not really. I'm going to leave them for now. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. Super helpful. Got one for, oh, I haven't made any hidden paper clips yet, but I have made a journal card, so I'm just going to pop these in. I made a few of these, and I'm just going to put them into my box. Goodbye. And when I'm ready to come back to them, I'll have them. Envelopes. So I know this is probably not as thrilling as junk journal things, but I did just want to share with you guys how I keep all this stuff straight, because I am most likely a person who has ADHD issues. And so I have to be really kind of on top of things, or else this whole area is going to be a huge mess. I guess I have enough envelopes. I guess I don't need any more of those. And this one I would think you could call it, I could make it a sticker. Maybe I'll make it a sticker. And this time I'll only put, you know, one down the edge. As a matter of fact, this is this is actually reminds me of those like when you're gift wrapping for Christmas. They have these. They have the ones that have the tape only down the center, and for some reason those always bothered me. But here now I've made one. And I think I'll do the same with this. Really recommend this basic tape. It's very cool. Oops. I was going to put that in my drawer. This one qualifies as a journal card. Go see Dad, Bella. Go see Daddy. So to make washi tape, I like to just take a piece of cardstock, but I always grab these. Oops. And basically I'll take a long piece. It can be this size too, but I'll take a long piece and just I'm sure I've got scraps from Halloween here. I try to just keep all my scraps right here. Yeah, I guess I can kind of use that. And I just find paper that I like, that matches. I'll lay stuff out and decide, you know, how do I want to do this washi tape. And I am going to take a moment, let's see, to take a break. Everybody go grab a drink or something, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sometimes it's a it's a battle between, you know, my live stream and whether or not, you know, the dogs get to eat. And this is like lands right in the middle of it, and so that's why I took a quick break. And because I have a boss. I have some bosses, and those bosses are the dogs. So there you go. All right. So the cool thing about, you know, keeping these strips is that you can actually create something totally unique. I don't ever really buy washi tape. I have some, but I don't really like to buy it. It's expensive, and I never know whether it's going to be a good quality or not. I don't know if anybody's ever gotten washi tape from like Amazon or something. You can't really tell the quality. It's almost like you have to go with a specific brand, and I'd just rather make stuff for myself. It just makes more sense. Oops. So I usually just cover the whole piece with something, and in this case I can probably, no, that's not wide enough. Would this be? Well, there's a little bit of a rip there, and I don't know if that's a bad thing, so I'll go ahead and use this. And I'm just going to cover up the whole piece. And it doesn't really matter if there's like a seam visible or anything like that. It doesn't matter at all. But I am going to cut everything down just so I can see what I'm working with at all times. And if I wanted to, I could just kind of put this here, because I'm going to end up putting more things. So this one, yeah, I'll go ahead and just do that. It's got a little bit of blue in it, so it's not really like Halloween colors, but that doesn't really matter. The only reason I'm covering it up is because I want to because I just want something to be underneath so it doesn't show like white. So let's see. Oh, hey. So here's this. Let's see. This is actually a card that I made, but like one of the journal cards from some paper that I made a long time ago. So I think I'm going to cut it here and here. I'm going to look for, got glue on my scissor. And I'm going to set that aside for a minute because I'm not going to use that just yet. What I do want to do is, I think I'll take a little bit of this. This is some misprints. Not really misprints, they might just be extras of these, of some paper that I designed this weekend, or this week. for the next Patreon project, so I'm not sure how that's gonna look. If I only have his little happy face, oh yeah, that's okay. I think that looks okay. Or so you're just going to go through and just position it in all kinds of different ways and just see what you like. All right. I'm just going to cover the seam this time. And if you want, you can leave the raw edges. That's fine. And so I'm left with, you know, these kinds of little pieces, which I want to set aside just in case I want to use those again. And so I've got another little guy here with some pumpkins. I think I like the pumpkins. I'll add those for fun. Time to play by yourself, buddy. Alright. And maybe I will do the edges a little bit here. I might want to just keep these edges, I think. Might as well do this one also. I think I'm going to wait on that because I need probably some other Halloween type thingies, maybe even some strips of paper. I might want to cover up any blue that I'm seeing before I add like the cool focal point type items. Okay, there was actually something that I wanted to cut out here. Where is that glue? There we go. Maybe this will help. Oh my gosh, this is kind of turning out cute. But maybe I should look over here and see. Maybe just add that there. Okay. I didn't expect to do that. But now that I've done it, I'm okay with it. this. So it's just whatever you've got. Available to you. I think I'm going to do this. But before I do that, just grab some of this and add that there. And so what makes this washi tape? I don't know, just the fact that I have it, you know, a tape that's ready, a graphic sort of tape that's ready. If you want it to be sticky on the other side, I mean, we're getting to that. And let me add something here. This. I'm going to cut this one. So once you have your design, apologies for the dogs. They see something outside. So I want to cut all of these things off, and it's starting to come together. And yeah, if you wanted to make it like rollable, you could do that. But just don't use cardstock on it, just regular paper. But just also know that, excuse me, I need a drink. Also know that if you don't glue all of it down, it's going to come up. So that's my recommendation to you. So I've got this so far, and now I want to add patch on this side. And then I'm going to do a couple of, oops, what is that? I'm going to do a couple of extra things with it, so because this is one that I kind of want to finish, because I know it's not going to be, come on, I know it's not going to be used for anything else but Halloween. I guess creepy didn't work for this one because it's just so cute. So there's that. Pumpkin patch, that's very cute. And if you want to do further embellishments, and this is like going outside of now the washi, excuse me, the washi tape. But I mean, that's okay, because the truth is that we're allowed to do these things in any way we want to. And we have all the flexibility because we're just using our own scraps and, you know, imagination. And so there it is. I've got my double-sided tape on the back, and I've got this little guy, and I can cut this up if I want to, and you know, cut it like in thirds or something, and stagger them like, I don't know, this and this, something like that, on a gift card. And I think I'm not a gift card, but a journal card, and I think I'm gonna maybe do that right now. So let me see what background colors I have. Ooh, I don't know. That's a really busy color. How about just black? Still no. A little too pink, but it might be okay. It might be all right. All right, so let's make a little journal card. Out of this, I really, really love like these kinds of colors for fall. I like unconventional colors for fall. I tend to stick to, I mean, I guess they're not really unconventional, you know. They're just not, I don't know, they're just different. Okay, you obviously need to be put away. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oops, wrong color. Oh well, I'll take advantage of it. Hold on. I brought some extra things here. Okay. Maybe something. Oh, I think I know what I'm going to do. All right, so yeah, I have tape. If you have a hard time peeling your tape, let's see, smooge it down. And then it'll be much easier. Oh my gosh, this is cute. This is gonna be cute, I think. Got some ink on there. this is really cute. Okay, I'm going with it. It's coming along. Okay. Okay, so there's a journal card, but it still needs something, in my opinion. I don't think this one. Let's see. Maybe not that one. This one has an awful lot of strings. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Amy. Alright guys, so we're coming down to the end of this hour, and at the end here I was just kind of goofing around a little